Hello, this is Alan Scott, and this is Tucson Sunbelt College Summer League Baseball. So glad that you could join us. I'm here with Piper Blue at the Kino Veterans Memorial Stadium in Tucson, Arizona. Shortly, the featured game of the day will start between the Aztecs and the BNL Rockets. We're about halfway through the season 2019, and this game will decide, at least for the moment, who will have first place in the league. The Aztecs opened the season with 6 straight wins, putting them on top right now. The BNL Rockets are on a 5-game winning streak that has allowed them to vault into a half game behind first place. The Rockets and the Aztecs met on opening day this year. It was the Aztecs 9-0 in a shutout win. The second meeting didn't go much better for the Rockets as they dropped an 8-3 decision to the Aztecs. However, the next game for the Rockets started their 5-game winning streak. The only other game scheduled in the league tonight is between the Cochise Stars and the Tucson Champs. The Stars are 8-4 and only a half game out of first place and on a 2-game win streak of their own. The Champs over the last 6 games have dug themselves out of the cellar into 5th place and are coming off a win. Coming up, a check on Tuesday's scores. There are no games on Wednesday, of course. A look at the complete league standings and more on tonight's teams. First, I'd like to ask you to hear about the Sunbelt College Baseball League sponsors and ask you to support them as they support us. Our sponsors this year are the Goliath Auto Sales, Rincon Financial Group, Jimmy John's Restaurants, the Best Western Tucson Airport Hotel and Suites, Firestone Auto Care, Chewy's Mexican Restaurant on 22nd Street, Elite Sporting Goods, Pima County Kino Sports Complex, Cazal Fire Protection Company, O'Reilly Chevrolet, and by Stop and Go Driving School. So we'll take a quick look around at what's going on here in tonight's schedule. We have that, and we'll catch games from Tuesday and the results thereof in just a moment or two. But right now we're about ready to get underway. And leading things off will be the second baseman, Edwin Martinez. He'll be followed by the left fielder, Tyson Coleman, and then at third base, Jesus Lopez. First pitch inside corner called strike. We're in the top of the first inning, getting ready for a 9-inning struggle here for first place in the Summer League. Swung on and missed, and Edwin finds himself in a hole 0-2. Edwin in the league here, in the stadium rather, hit down to second base. Michael Sayas does a fine job of going to his left, reaching out and getting a hold of the ball and getting it over to the first baseman, Richard Ware, for the first out of the top of the second. Did I say second? It's the first out of the top of the first. And we have Tyson Coleman coming up. Tyson is the left fielder tonight, and he steps in there with his batting average here in the stadium at .333. Now, we've had some trouble getting a hold of cumulative stats that include the statistics on the fields, the south fields. So all I'm able to give you is the batting that they've done here at the stadium, swung on and missed in 1-1. As we start off every game, the first baseman and the second baseman in the sunshine outside corner for a called strike. The right fielder is also in the sunshine and is the center fielder as well. However, the center fielder has a little bit better angle and doesn't have the sun right in his eyes. The first baseman, Richard Ware, trying to keep the sun out of his eyes by holding his hand up. The pitch outside, 2-2 will be the count. In the on-deck circle, Jesus Lopez, who is the third baseman tonight for BNL. BNL just a half game down from the Aztecs. Fouled off to the screen, and the count will go 2-2. On the mound tonight, Ryan Craig, and again, we'd love to give you the statistics, but we've been having a devil of a time having the scorekeeper's computer talking to the cumulative computer. This one is lifted into right field and will dump in front of Sergio Gonzalez for the first base hit of the night. playing music between every. Next hitter will be Jesus Lopez. He's the third baseman tonight for BNL. Toasty warm day today in Tucson as per usual during the summertime as we have some airplanes flying or helicopters flying over. First pitch swinging and a base hit to center field. So the second and third hitters have come up and promptly gotten a base hit off of Ryan Craig. Very, very active Air Force base here in the greater Tucson area. And every now and then we have those flyovers. Ryan Gravosh is the designated hitter tonight, and he will be up there with one out and runners on first and second. The center fielder, Chris Dunn, moves a little bit to the right side of a straight line towards center field. Big swing by Gravosh, and he misses it. Check the dimensions here in just a second. To the plate, this one wrapped out towards the shortstop, goes to second by himself and to first base, and the double play will end the inning. So an unassisted put out to second base and then to third, and that will be the second and third out of the inning. So we're finished with the top of the first inning with no score across for BNL and the Aztecs on their way up. A couple of hits, however, for BNL Rockets. Come see the difference at Goliath Auto Sales. They are the no-pressure used car dealership at 5170 North La Cholla Boulevard in Tucson. John, a customer of Goliath Auto Sales, was kind enough to write in and say, it was the most painless deal I ever had buying a car. I would highly recommend Goliath Auto Sales. For value pricing, affordable vehicles, make sure that you check out Goliath Auto Sales. What? Yes, 0-0-0. Oh yeah, 0-2-0. Sorry. Michael Sayers will lead it off. He's the second baseman tonight for the Aztecs. He'll be followed by the first baseman, Richard Ware, and then the shortstop, Angel Ochoa. First pitch swung on and fouled off to the right side. Adam Belloc will be the pitcher tonight for BNL. This is the second time that we've seen Adam here at the stadium. First time out, he did a really wonderful job. When we get a chance, we'll go back and see if we can't find his statistics from the game that we had here before. Right field is still in the sun, as is second base and first base. Next pitch is a ball, and our count will go to 2-1. 3:40 down the lines. We'll give you the other dimensions as the 2-1 pitch comes our way, and it evens it up with a swinging strike at 2-2. 340 down the lines, 375 to straightaway left and right, 405 to straightaway center, and in the gaps 390. At the set, 2-2. Misses inside, 3-2. Outside corner for a called strike, looking, first out of the bottom of the first inning, and that will bring up Richard Ware. First baseman, 5, Richard Ware. Wind is blowing out towards left field, which is a little bit unusual. First pitch high and away to Ware. High hopper, and it goes into left center field. So a replication of what happened in the top of the first with the second hitter getting a base hit. So Richard comes in here batting .267 in the stadium, and that will take us to Angel Ochoa. Ochoa batting .333. And once again, the only statistics we have are what we have seen here in Kino Stadium through the season. This is game 46 of the 88-game schedule, overall schedule. Over at first base, Ware is trying to see the signs from the third base coach and can't see him because of the sun. The pitch to Ochoa, outside corner for a called strike. They do turn the lights on right away here, but obviously it takes until about the third or fourth inning for them to really take over. Foul down the left side, and Ochoa finds himself in the hole 0-2. 100 degrees currently at the Tucson Municipal Airport, or actually International Airport. But as we've mentioned several times, the temperature does get down overnight, so I would suspect that around the 8 or 9 o'clock hour it might be into the upper 80s, which for some areas might be extremely warm, but for around here it's fairly pleasant. Last time I looked at the humidity, it was 6%. This one right back up through the middle, but slowly hit. Over to get his Wiltshire, and they have another replication of what happened in the first inning. An unassisted put out at second base, and then the throw on to third. So a double play gets him out of the inning. The only difference is that the Aztecs got one hit while the Rockets got two. At the end of one full inning of play, it is 0-0 as we move to the top of the second. Rincon Financial Group is a Tucson organization that understands that individuals face unique challenges as they prepare for retirement. The Rincon Group is standing by to take the mystery out of preparing for today and tomorrow. What goal do you have? Retirement preparation, college savings, estate strategy? Well, the personalized service veterans of the Rincon Financial Group are standing by ready to focus on your needs, wants, and financial goals. Okay, so we're set to go with Mr. Clifford. He is the fifth hitter in the lineup. Takes the first pitch as a ball. Just missing inside. 2 balls now. Clifford will be followed by Logan Sanders and Evan Falwell. Fouled off to the right side. 2-1. The Sun working on going behind the structures on the west side of the building here. Right now, Richard Ware at first base is the only one in the Sun. This one fouled down the line, and the count will even out at 2-2. Preston has had some good times here in Kino Stadium. The only statistics that we have, he's batting .533, misses inside for a ball, and a full count will be on the board, 3-2. Logan Sanders will follow. He's the center fielder, and then the first baseman, Evan Falwell. Richard Ware still battling the Sun. This one lifted into right center field. And the hit parade continues. They're a little slow on getting over there and getting the ball. And Clifford takes advantage of it and heads around to second base for a leadoff double here in the top of the second inning with nothing on the scoreboard. Well, originally our flag was kind of dancing around towards left center field. So it's varying between that and then the standard left corner to right corner. Logan Sanders steps in. First pitch to him catches that inside corner for a called strike. Behind the plate is David Trinidad, and on the bases will be Miguel Parra. Both have been with us several times this season. Big swing and a miss, and Logan, the center fielder, finds himself behind 0-2. Logan has had his struggles here in the stadium. 167 is his batting average to this point. Got kind of fooled on a pitch and half-heartedly swung, missed it, and it'll be a strikeout. This is the first strikeout for Ryan Craig. He's given up 3 base hits so far. And that will bring up number 44, Evan Falwell. One of 3 players on the BNL Rockets from Minot State University in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Take that back. Minot is in Minnesota. He graduated high school in Las Cruces. High pop up to Michael Seas, and he grabs it for the out there. Second out of the inning. Where is it? Minot, M-I-N-O-T. Yeah. That will bring up Tyler Wiltshire. Tyler at shortstop tonight. We've seen him moving around. Had him at second base, had him at first base, so he's at shortstop right now. I think it's Minot, North Dakota. Is that correct? Yeah, okay. The high school. I can't even read my own notes. This one wrapped sharply out to the shortstop, over to first base, and the out is recorded. Fourth largest city in the state. At the end of 1.5, we have nothing across, and we will go to the Aztecs coming up in the bottom of the second inning. Your Jimmy John's restaurant locations in and around the Tucson area know how much you care about freshness. That's why they spend hours in preparation every day to make your sandwich quickly and efficiently. You get the freshest breads, all natural meats, and hand-sliced veggies every time. Stop by the store, or if it's more convenient, order online at jimmyjohns.com. pick up the Aztec shortstop. Who's at shortstop? He's not out there right now. I don't know. That's why I'm having trouble.
No, they don't. This is the wrong. They said somebody. No, this is the BNL. Yeah,
Okay.
they said number 30. It's
31, Escarella. All right, and we start off the bottom of the second inning. Saul Escarrega swings at a pitch out of the strike zone and misses, and the count goes to 1-1. 1-1 pitch, slow curve headed towards the hole. Backhanding it is the shortstop. Long, strong throw to first base, and an excellent job by Tyler Whitshire in getting the first out of the bottom of the second inning. That brings up Chris Dunn. We haven't seen a whole lot of Chris so far, although I've got him down as batting .462 here in the stadium, so obviously we've seen him somewhere along the line. Nobody on, one out in the bottom of the second inning, nothing across for either team. Everybody is out of the sun fields now, so that's not a problem anymore. High and away for a ball to Chris. Chris is playing right field tonight.
Chris is in center field.
Big swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Somehow or other, I screwed up writing the stuff across, so I'm going to have to fake it. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. This one lifted high and towards left center field. Drifting over for it is the center fielder, Logan Sanders, and Sanders gathers it in for the out. 2 outs now, and that'll bring up Anders Mendoza. Mendoza behind the plate this evening for the Aztecs. Way outside, Mayor Torino got out there and kept it in front of him. You want him to do that without regard to whether there's anybody on base or not. Called strike, 1-1. So on each of the 3 batters that Belloc has faced here in the second inning, he's gone 1-1. Well, he cranks this up to 1-2. Mendoza in the stadium batting .296. This one fouled back towards us. Doesn't have enough steam to get back to our location, so we're safe at least for the moment. Mendoza is one of the several players on the Aztec team, 19 to be exact. This one misses inside and will go even at 2-2. He graduated from Desert View High School in 2017, and as I mentioned, one of 19 Pima Community College players active on the Aztecs roster. This one lifted to left center field. Hustling over for it is Sanders, and he reaches up with one hand and grabs it for the 3rd out of the bottom of the second inning. So nothing across again after 2 full innings of play. Everybody's knotted up at 0-0. The Best Western Tucson International Hotel and Suites features spacious guest rooms and 2-room suites with an upscale contemporary decor. Guest room amenities include complimentary internet, refrigerator, coffee maker, and in-room safe. Watch premium cable channels on a 42-inch flat screen HD TV. Many rooms have patio doors opening to a tranquil courtyard. A best place to stay, Best Western Tucson International Airport Hotel and Suites. Okay, the Aztecs are on the field right now. So I screwed the whole thing up. Uh, yes, that's number 9 for. Oh, he's number 32. I don't know, sweetheart. Out there right now are the Aztecs. So 32 on the Aztecs is Ryan Craig. I need to check and see who the shortstop is. Okay, number 9 on the Aztecs is Angel Ochoa. Then I have the. Boy, I just messed this up totally. Yeah, I don't know. Who's up? Number 17? Oh, BNL 17. Okay. Top of the third inning we go. Scoreless tie here at Kino Veterans Memorial Stadium. And the batter looks at the first pitch on the outside corner for a called strike is Martin Rodriguez. He's behind the plate tonight for the BNL Rockets. He'll be followed by the right fielder Mario Corrales. And this one is lifted off to the right side. I think it'll get to the seats. It does, in fact. And right away, Mr. Rodriguez is down 0-2. Martin, one of the 3 players from Minot State, Minot, North Dakota. I always kind of smile at the number of these kids out of this southern Arizona area. The ball wrapped into center field. And boy, if that doesn't give pitching coaches gray hair, I don't know what else does. 0-2, and you give the batter something to hit, and he promptly deposited it into center field. Mario Corrales will step in there. And to finish the thought, the number of young people from the southern Arizona area that are attending school in the coldest of cold places, the Dakotas, Minnesota, Wisconsin. So Corrales up there. Mario is the right fielder tonight. We have nobody out and a runner on first base off of an 0-2 count. High pitch for a ball. Mario batting a rather weak 176. Quick move to first base, just barely missed him. But as I've said several times already, even this evening, we're having trouble going with our electronic scoring, getting a cumulative. This one is a hit and run, lifted high to the right side, and it looks like it'll just barely get into the seats by about 3 rows, and the count goes 1-1. So the hit and run was on. Martin Rodriguez was on his horse.
This is the Aztecs out here, right? So Christopher Dunn is over here.
1-1 pitch set to go. This one ripped to the side, but out of play. Right side, into the stands.
33.
Move to first, again, not in time. One-two pitch. Runner stays. This one hit down to shortstop Saez to short for one, and unfortunately, Angel Ochoa had to double pump and was unable to get the ball out of his glove. So the 4-6 out is the first out of the inning at first base, second base rather, and that will give a fielder's choice on base for Mario Corrales. And we'll go to the top of the order, Edwin Martinez. Edwin grounded out to the second baseman in the first inning as the first out of the game.
I think this one is right now.
Called strike, high and away.
No, these aren't right. These aren't right. That's BNL. Isn't that BNL on home?
Okay, BNL is up to plate right now, and the Aztecs are out in the field right now. And I am so sorry that I screwed it up totally. Okay, sweetheart, thank you very much.
I don't know about the other side.
Third pitch of the at-bat, high and away, and 2 balls and a strike coming up. Have 1 out and a runner. What happened to the runner at first? Was he out? Hit out towards the shortstop, Ochoa, and he can't find the handle and loses it. So that will be an error on the shortstop. And that will bring up Tyson Coleman. Coleman was the first of 2 base hits in the first inning.
What our problem is. Home, blue with orange numbers, is the Aztecs. I think you got the teams screwed up.
Inside corner for a called strike. Moved to first, kind of scrambled his feet there, did Edwin Martinez, and almost didn't get back. Oh, 1 pitch, 2 outs. Outside corner for a called strike. 0-2.
I'll wait until someone comes up and see what the score is.
Gets away from the catcher, Dormanen, and down to second base goes Edwin Martinez. Pitch was a ball, so our count goes to 1-2. But there now is a runner in scoring position. Second time that Craig has had a runner in scoring position in the ball game, actually the third time. But so far he has escaped. This one fouled off to the right. Inning started off promisingly enough with BNL Rockets. They got a base hit. But then the pitcher's delight, a 4-6-3 double play. I thought that they'd beaten him out at first base. This one fouled straight back, and our count will remain 1-2. Apparently caught him by a whisker. That's how we recorded the 2 outs. Then Martinez got on an error and over to second base on a pass ball, and Tyson Coleman is the hitter. 1-2. Now we're all caught up. Throw back to second goes into shallow right center field, but not far enough away to allow Martinez to head to third base. On deck hitter is Jesus Lopez. Lifted foul down the right side. So Coleman doing a good job of seeing pitches and staying up there, fouling off ones that are not quite to his liking. So we'll go to the 7th pitch of the at-bat. Count is still 1 ball and 2 strikes, a couple of outs and a runner in scoring position. This one down the line in right field and over to get it, playing very shallow over there. Chris Dunn gets over to the foul line and grabs it. So that will be the third out of the inning. And we will register no runs in the top of the third inning. There was one hit, so a total of 4 hits on the ball game to this point. Firestone Complete Auto Care is your go-to tire store in the greater Tucson area. Find the right tires online or in the store. There are 5 locations. Pick the one closest to you in the 2400 block of North 1st, 3501 East Broadway, 290 West Wetmore Road, 4800 block of East Sunrise, or 7950 East Speedway. Anywhere you go for Firestone Complete Auto Care, you will not be disappointed. Man, Piper, I do not know what the heck I did. And how I could have gotten so far off is absolutely unbelievable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 6 is 4, 3, 44. Can't see the number with the crisscross thing. Okay, here we go. To the bottom of the third inning, first pitch swinging is Alex Bustamante, the center fielder tonight for the Aztecs. He'll be followed by Joseph Dacachia and Alex Kelch. Dacachia is the designated hitter. This one hit solidly and quickly down to third base, over to first base for the out. The 5-3 out will be the first out of the bottom of the third. Dacachia steps in there. Dacachia with number 10 on his back has not fared too well here in the stadium. He's batting 143. That does not say that he's batting 9 million out in the South Fields, but we've had trouble accumulating our stats here. Right now we're working on manually doing this. Next pitch swung on and missed for a strike, 1-1.
Don't know about these, so let me.
1 ball, 1 strike. Big swing and a miss on an inside. Well, it looked like it might have been a change. Got down, and that was a strikeout. So the second out of the inning. And that is the second strikeout for Belloc. He's given up only 1 hit and now has retired 6 batters in a row. First pitch is a ball to Alex Kelch. He is the extra hitter. And as you probably know, in this league, they do have 10 hitters come up to bat. 1 ball. Outside corner called strike, according to David Trinidad, who's behind the plate tonight. Miguel Parra is out on the bases. One. Inside corner, 1-2. Alderetti is the next hitter. Nicholas is the left fielder tonight, high and away. All even at 2-2. Center fielder Logan Sanders swung around towards the right side. And over near the line on the right side is Mario Corrales, the right fielder. This one is lifted out towards Logan. Sanders takes it, and that will end the inning. So fly out to center field. And a 1-2-3 inning once again. This is the second time in a row that Belloc has gone 1-2-3. And after 3 full innings of play, we have donuts on the board, 0-0. When you want really good Tex-Mex cuisine, go to Chewy's Mesquite Broiler at East 22nd and Calm. Chewy's knows what Southwestern tastes are all about, and they're right there to satisfy. Chewy's on 22nd is open until 10 o'clock weeknights and Sundays, until 11 on Fridays, and until midnight on Saturdays. Enjoy the food, the decor, and the drinks at Chewy's at 22nd Street and Calm in Tucson. What? The Aztecs are in the field right now. Okay. Okay. I have no clue how I got that so messed up. Haven't a clue. Jesus Lopez will step in there for his second look at the pitching of Ryan Craig out there for his 4th inning of work, having thrown 44 pitches so far. The 45th is outside a ball. Jesus is playing third base tonight, and he got a base hit in the first inning. Lifted high to center field. Drifting back for it is Bustamante, and he takes it in for the out. First out at the top of the 4th will go to Ryan Graybosch and then Preston Clifford. Ryan is the designated hitter tonight. We've seen him at first base a lot, and Clifford is the extra hitter this evening. Big swing by Big Ryan, and he misses it. Ryan batting .357 coming into the ball game tonight. Now that .357 is what his production has been here in Kino Veterans Memorial Stadium. Next pitch at the knees inside, 0-2. To the plate inside. It did bounce off of him, but that was after it hit Dormanen, the catcher, and bounced forward. 1-2. Bases empty right now, 1 out. And we're in the top of the 4th inning. This one wrapped solidly. Outstanding play by Richard Ware, diving towards the line and comes up with the play. Makes the out himself, so a great play by Richard Ware at first base, diving towards the line and coming up with the ball that was ticketed to right field corner. But nada. Second out, Preston Clifford up there. He's the extra hitter. He got a double in the second inning, and mostly got a double because the outfielders were a little slow to get over there and cut the ball off. And so Clifford hit first base full steam and turned and went to second. That's how he accomplished the double. But unfortunately, he died there. Well, not literally, but was left there at the end of the inning. As the next 3 consecutive batters were out. So that's the 3rd time in the ball game that there's been a runner in scoring position for the BNL Rockets, but they've been unable to push anybody across. 1 ball, 1 strike count outside corner for a called strike. A ball and 2 strikes now with a couple of outs. Just a fine play by Richard Ware. One of the things that we've commented about are the number of errors that have been occurring in the league so far. But that certainly was not Richard Ware's bent here, because he grabbed a beauty and ran to first and got the out. 2-2 count. They're going to call that a looking strike called on the inside part of the plate, and that will end the top of the fourth inning with nobody across, and we will go to 3.5 innings complete with the score still knotted up at 0-0. The two teams fighting it out for first place in the Sun Belt League. Elite Sporting Goods is a store specializing in equipment and uniforms for all sports. In addition to that, they handle school uniforms and any company printing that might need to be done. There's a full range of services, including silk screening, embroidery, heat press, custom printing, banners, and more. Elite Sporting Goods over there on South Campbell at 3640. Stop by, call, or find them on the web. Elite Sporting Goods. Nicholas Alvareto will be up there, and he attempts a bunt for a strike, trying to catch the third baseman Jesus Lopez napping back there. Big swing for a second strike. 0-2. So far, Belloc has done a fine job throwing only 36 pitches to this point and giving up only one hit and, of course, no runs. Off-speed pitch drops down in there and is a called third strike looking. First out of the bottom of the fourth inning, and we'll go to the top of the order. Mike Oseas was also caught looking, that in the first inning. And the third man will be Richard Ware, and as so often happens, somebody makes an outstanding play in the field, and they come up to bat the next half inning. First pitch to Michael, down and away for a ball. Tries to go for a kill pitch and got it on the outside corner, 1-1. We've got Lopez, Wiltshire, Martinez, and Falwell in the infield. Third base around to first base, inside for a ball, 2-1. Outfield is Tyson Coleman, Logan Sanders, and Mario Corrales. On the mound, Adam Blaylock. And behind the plate, just nice, making a nice stop, is May Torina. And the count goes to 3 balls. This is only the second time in the game that the pitcher Belloc has gone to 3 balls. Gets this one for a foul off to the right side, and it goes 3-2. He went 3-2 to Michael, this same batter, in the first inning and got him looking. That's the last time he went to 3 balls. And only the second time that he's gone 3-2. This one lifted to right center, in between in no man's land, but over to get it is Mario Corrales. And the flyout is recorded to right field for the second out of the inning. And that will bring up Richard Ware. Richard had a base hit in his first at bat, and then last inning, he made a really fine play diving towards the foul line and grabbing a ball before it could get into the right field corner, then made the unassisted put out himself. Called strike.
Looking for the catcher.
Little off-speed pitch with some nice arm action there and a swing and a miss, 0-2. Couple of outs, nobody on, 0-2. Got that outside corner and looking. Third out of the inning, nothing across. 10th batter in a row retired by Belloc, so he is definitely on a roll here. And at the end of 4 full innings of play, we still are knotted up at 0-0. Belloc has only given up 1 hit, and we'll give you the pitch count in a minute. You know, it needs to be Kino, Veterans Memorial Stadium on the 4th of July. Listen to this. A spectacular fireworks show following an all-star 7-inning baseball game that starts at 6:30. Now, the gates will open at 5, and they will open to dollar hot dogs, giveaways, a kids zone with games, music, and much more. All of this, you ready? All of this for just $4. Now, you can get advance tickets and free parking at Pizza Hut, Food City, and at the Cactus Bowl. Kino, Veterans Memorial Stadium, 4th of July. Gates open at 5. Game starts at 6:30, and the fireworks probably right around 9 o'clock. Okay, honey. Well, we're up to 18. Thank you so much, Piper. I am so sorry that I don't know what in the world I did. I must have gotten distracted or something like that. Just a second. So with the top of the 5th, and it is BNL up and the Aztecs there, and what's the score? 0-4, top of the 4th. Who? Stars. Oh, okay. I'm having trouble with my eyes tonight. We'll come up with Sanders, Falwell, and Wiltshire. Ryan Craig out there having thrown 55 pitches, first pitch swinging. Nice job by Escarriga. First base, and it will be an out, and we're seeing some nice leather flashed here as Escarriga dove to his left, came up with the ball, steadied, and threw the runner out. That will bring up Evan Falwell. Falwell popped out to the second baseman, Saez, in the second inning. Outside corner for a called strike. Checking on the game in the out south fields, it's Cochise 4-0 over the Tucson champs, and that is in the top of the 4th inning. This one down and away for a ball, 1 strike. Seeing some good baseball tonight, some fine defensive plays, and a scoreless tie up to this point. 2-1. Next hitter is Tyler Wiltshire. Upstairs just a little bit, and it'll go 3-1. Falwell having a fairly successful season in the stadium. He's batting .304 coming into the game. This one fouled off to the right side and will go 3-2. 3-2. Outside corner for a called strikeout. Second out of the inning. Third strikeout recorded by Ryan Craig. And number 24, Mr. Wiltshire, will step in there. He's at shortstop tonight. And a professional courtesy. He grounded out to shortstop in the second inning. First pitch to him, down and in for a ball. Escarrega at third, Ochoa at short, Seos at second, and Richard Ware at first base. The infield for the Aztecs. Outfield, Alderete is in left, Bustamante in center, and Chris Dunn is in right. Behind the plate is Dormanen. This one wraps sharply into left field, and a two-out base hit will put a runner on first, and that will bring up Martin Rodriguez. Martin hit the ball sharply and got a base hit in the third inning, but he was the victim of a double play. He was the runner being cut down, so that was set up 2 outs there, bang, bang, just like that. So Rodriguez up there 1-1 on the evening. He has done well in the stadium, batting .400, moved to first not in time. Center fielder Bustamante straight away. In right field, Dunn straight away and somewhat shallow. In left field, Alderete is back a bit. This pitch inside kind of rolls away from Dormanen, but he gets to it quickly, and there's no advance by the runner Wiltshire. Lights pretty well taking over here at Kino Stadium. Another move to first, pretty close. Pretty sure that they thought they had him. I'm not sure whether the first baseman Ware dropped the ball. Umpire out there, Miguel Parra, took a long look at it but called him safe. This one, right center, might reach the wall. They don't cut it off. Over there to get it is Dunn. The runner will be held up at third, and it is a long, loud base hit. Didn't quite have enough legs to get to the wall. Chris Dunn did a fine job of cutting it off. And with 2 outs, we'll have runners on first and third with Mario Corrales coming up. Mario struggling in the stadium, stepping in here only batting .176. And apparently we will have a courtesy runner here. You can move a courtesy runner in there, especially for catchers. The batter is Corrales. Couple of outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Nothing across here as this game has moved along pretty swiftly. At the set and to the plate, just a bit high for a ball. One-oh pitch. Hit right back through the middle, but the shortstop, Ochoa, was kind of shaded that way and ran over and got his foot on second base, unassisted to the shortstop, the third out of the inning. And once again, nothing across. So after 4.5 innings of play, we have no score. Cazal has been a leader in all aspects of fire protection since 1982. Cazal Fire Protection, they serve home and business locations by providing design, planning, and management of your fire protection needs. Cazal has an extensive knowledge of fire protection, and they work very hard to keep their fine reputation. Look online to find Cazal Fire Protection Company, first in quality, serving with pride. inning is over with. Ochoa will lead it off for the Aztecs here in the bottom of the fifth inning with nothing across and a splendid pitching performance being turned in by Adam Belloc. He has retired 10 batters in a row. This is the 11th, and the first pitch to Ochoa is a ball. Ochoa would be followed by Escariga. This one fouled off to the right side, and then comes Chris Dunn. Belloc has only given up one hit in his 4 innings of work, and that came the second batter in the first inning. And since that time, nobody has gone nowhere. Big high hopper out to shortstop. Wiltshire picks it up and gets it over to first base for the first out of the bottom of the fifth inning. And that will bring up Escariga, the third baseman tonight. And I mentioned Dunn to follow. He is the right fielder.
Third baseman, 31, Saul Escarrera.
Sal has had his struggles offensively here in the stadium. First pitch to him swung on and missed for a strike. He is only batting .071, and as I've mentioned several times, having trouble putting all the pieces together with our statistics. Curveball catches that outside corner, and it's 0-2. So Saul, especially batting in the fourth position, you've got to assume that he's been productive in the south fields. Big sweeping swing and misses that one. Kind of walks away from the plate in a rather disgusted manner, and that will be the third strikeout by Belloc.
Right fielder 20, Christopher Dunn.
So Belloc now with his 11th and 12th batter retired will face Chris Dunn. Chris flew out to center field. Logan Sanders tries to half check a swing there, but unable to do so, and it's a strike. Chris having a fine run offensively here in the stadium. He is 6 for 13 coming into the ball game, .462. This one on the corner inside for a called strike, as Belloc is working on retiring his 13th batter in a row here in the bottom of the fifth inning. 0-2 count, nobody on. And, of course, the lights taking over completely here at Kino Veterans Memorial Stadium, where you need to be on the 4th of July. Big swing and another strikeout, and I miscounted on the strikeouts. That is now the 6th strikeout for Adam Belloc in this ball game as we go to the bottom of the that was the bottom of the fifth inning. We will go to the top of the sixth inning with nothing on the scoreboard for either team. O'Reilly Chevrolet would like to let you know about their 95th anniversary tent sale. What a sale. This thing is going to go on all month long, and there are savings plus. You can save up to 20% off MSRP on the most popular cars, trucks, and SUVs on their lot. Okay, so what? The sale goes all month long, but you better get down there for the best selection. Head on over to 6160 East Broadway, O'Reilly Chevrolet, the good folks that know how to provide the best in sales and service. What was that? Oh, really? Oh, boy. We're up to 20. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Boy, this kid is really throwing a ball game. Bottom of the fifth, 0-0. Turn that over. number? Oh, 10. Pinch hitter. Pinch hitter. Pinch hitter stepping in for the BNL Rockets now, as they are in the top of the sixth inning and nobody has anything. And the batter will be number 10. That is Jorge Bajorquez. Jorge, a recent graduate out of Nogales High School. Have a lot of young men that have graduated in 2019. The next pitch to him is a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. This one wrap foul, left side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now Jorge has had a pretty good run here in the stadium, batting .409 coming in here. Obviously, the young man from Nogales, Arizona.
I don't think he's the catcher.
Going to take a check on the outside pitch for a 2-2 count.
It looks like it's a single number, not 17.
Jorge is committed to Sacramento State, so he will start classes here shortly. Pitch is outside, 3-2. So Edwin Martinez sits down and Jorge Bajorquez will take over. 3-2 pitch. Wrapped down towards third base. High hopper. Escariga up with it and gets it over to first base. First out, top of the sixth inning. And that should bring up Tyson Coleman. Tyson, the left fielder tonight.
Left fielder 14, Tyson Coleman.
Lifted high to the left side. Looking over is Escariga, and he gathers it in for the pop fly to the third baseman. Second out. Nobody on, and Jesus Lopez is the scheduled hitter. And that indeed will be the individual coming up. 1 for 2 tonight. Got a base hit as the third batter in the ball game, and then flew out to center field in the fourth inning. Ryan Craig on the mound for the Aztecs. Comes to the plate. Big swing and a foul tip. 0-1.
I don't think that's I don't think it's this guy. Because
Okay, he comes up first up in the next inning. Off-speed pitch drops at the knees, and a call strike to Jesus. 0-2. Outside, nicely stopped. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Outfielders pretty much straight away. Chris Dunn is fairly shallow in right, while Alderante in left field is back. Foul ball to the right side, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Couple of outs here and nobody on. High and away, and the count will even up at 2-2. Sixth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Ryan Craig has given up no runs on 6 hits. Off-speed pitch nicely thrown and at the knees for a swinging strike. 3 up and 3 down here in the top of the sixth inning. And so after 5.5, we're still tied up at nada. O'Reilly Chevrolet would like to let you know about their 95th anniversary tent sale. Now, this sale is going on all month, as we talked about a minute ago, but we do want to talk about the top Tucson driving school, Stop and Go Driving School. Learning to drive is not just something that you do to pass your test and get your license. You, of course, do it to make sure that you're safe on the road. Keeping in mind that hundreds of thousands of automobile accidents happen every year, many of them fatal. With the Stop and Go Driving School expert teachers, you'll be best placed to keep yourself safe. Certified driver's education courses are available at Stop and Go Driving School. This is the Aztec catcher, Andre. Honey, I tell you, I have no idea how I messed it up. Starting things off in the bottom of the sixth inning, a pitch that kind of gets away from Belloc. He is working on trying to retire his 14th batter in a row. Andres Mendoza, who is the catcher tonight, flew out to center field in the second inning. Stands up there with an 0-1 count, or 1-0 count.
Okay, the catcher.
Outside corner for a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Mendoza will be followed by Alex Bustamante and then Joseph Dacochea. Beautiful breaking pitch. Boy, that thing broke a mile. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So far, Belloc has 6 strikeouts on the game. And there is a 7th. 3 strikeouts in a row spanning over last inning. And he has gotten 4 strikeouts here since the 4th inning. Bottom of the 6th, 1 out now. Center fielder Alex Bustamante will step in. He grounded out to the third baseman Jesus Lopez. That was in the 3rd inning. 14 in a row. We're seeing quite a pitching performance tonight from Adam Belloc. At the set, comes to the plate, strike outside corner. Adam, a recent graduate of Vista Grande High School, a little bit north of here, in the dirt. Andres Mendoza one ball and 1 strike.
No, this is the.
1-1, down and away, 2-1.
I don't know who he is.
Didn't get a chance to find out from Adam Belloc if he is signed an intent letter to be at a college. Inside. 3 balls now. Only the 4th time in the game that Belloc has gone to a 3-ball count. 3-1. Outside, and he walks his first batter of the ball game. So 6 strikeouts and a walk. First batter to reach base in the last 14 batters.
Designated hitter, Joseph Dicochea.
Joseph Dicochea struck out in the 3rd inning. Is up there with the man on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Belloc tosses one over to first base to kind of remind the runner over there, Bustamante, that he's aware that he's over there. Bustamante, with kind of a unique stance for a leadoff, has his feet at about a 45-degree angle. Now he's kind of squared away. Go back over there again, down in the dirt. Falwell does a fine job of keeping the ball in front of him. So quite a stretch there for Belloc. 14 batters in a row denied getting to first base. The last runner on was in the 1st inning, and that was via a base hit, and that was only the 2nd batter of the game. Big swing by Dacochea. 0-1. Coach over at third is the manager, Michael Odom, hollering out some encouragement to his players. They are currently a half game ahead of the team that they're playing tonight, the Aztecs, half game up on BNL Rockets. Inside corner, jammed him, swung on, missed 0-2. Center fielder Logan Sanders playing relatively shallow. Swung over to the right corner field is Mario Corrales. The only one that's straight away right now is Dyson Coleman in left field. Another move to first base, nothing going. No action in the bullpens. Nakachia is the designated hitter tonight. Waves it one way outside, and that will be strikeout number 7.
15 is coming up to me.
Extra hitter 15, Alex Kelch.
Alec Kelch is the extra hitter. He flew out to center field in the 3rd inning. Now for his 2nd time at bat here in the 6th. As Belloc has retired 15 of the last 16 batters that he's faced. First pitch to Kelch, another move to first base. Not exactly sure why Adam is so concerned about the runner at first, Bustamante. Maybe annoyed at himself for walking him on a 3-1 count. At the set. Comes to the plate, outside corner for a called strike, as Adam has been working that outside part of the plate very successfully and then coming back inside. So without regard to the fact that he is a recent high school graduate, he certainly is showing some veteran pitching skills here. The runner goes from first base, the throw down to second base, not nearly in time. The pitch was a called strike, and Adam needs to remember to take a look over at first base. He had been moving over there with some consistency, and now we're going to have a little visitation from the manager, Brian Huey. And it kind of looked like maybe Belloc landed funny. He's pointing to his left knee, so let's see where we go from here. Still moving that left knee around a little bit and favoring it just a skosh. But whatever he said to the manager seemed to satisfy him. And we'll see how things go. Now, admittedly, the BNL Rockets do not have a full complement of players tonight. They only had 2 replacements, so they're going to test this thing out, telling the batter to get out of the batter's box and throw a couple of warm-up pitches here to see if the left knee is okay. Belloc indicates that it is, and stepping in here will be Kelch with an 0-2 count and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. At the set, now he does look back, looks back again as the runner dances around out there, and Belloc steps off the mound. Now BNL is sending somebody, a couple of players down to the bullpen. Pitch gets away from the catcher, and the runner will move over to third base. So now a runner only 90 feet away. Stoled second with Daikachi up there. Joseph struck out. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner on third. Belloc to the plate. Down low. Fine job recorded by the catcher there to keep the ball in front of him, and the count goes to 2-2. 2-2 count. Infield is back, of course, with 2 outs. Again in the dirt, and it gets away, and the run will score. So a wild pitch. 3-2 count to Kelch, and a runner is in. And kind of an unfortunate way for that to have occurred. After retiring 14 in a row, Belloc walked the 15th in a row hitter that he looked at. This one way outside, and a second walk here in the inning. So I'm not sure whether Adam hurt himself, or what the story is. He came into the inning throwing 55 pitches to this point.
They just sent him down there. Yeah, he's coming out limping now.
So 17 pitches in this inning, and Adam will come out limping. 72 pitches overall, and we'll see who they bring in. And I think what they're going to say to the umpire is that he's coming out via injury, and then that means that the new pitcher in will have basically an unlimited number of pitches to throw to warm up. The players do not have numbers on the front of their jerseys, so we're going to need to take a long, hard look and hope that the young man who is trotting in will give us a little turn and we can see what's going on. While we're trying to figure that out, let's talk about Goliath Auto Sales. They are the no-pressure used car dealership. They're located at 5170 North La Cholla Boulevard in Tucson. One of their recent customers, John of Tucson, wrote in a letter, and in that letter, quote, it said, "It was the most painless deal I ever had buying a car. I would highly recommend Goliath Auto Sales." So stop by over there at 5170 North La Cholla Boulevard for value pricing and affordable vehicles. Make sure that you check out Goliath Auto Sales. Okay, so who is it? Menza. Jeez, what a shame, man. That is really... Yeah, it's Trey Mesa. Yeah. Boy, what a horrible... That is sad, sad, sad. Is this 4 down? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, we've got a new pitcher under an unfortunate set of circumstances. Adam Belloc was flying along, had retired 14 in a row, gave up a base hit to the second batter in the game, and landed wrong and tweaked his left knee, and he is out of there. He had pitched 72 pitches, had 7 strikeouts and 2 walks, and that will bring him Trey Mesa to face Nicholas Aldrete with a runner on first and a runner in. The runner on first goes, but a bunt landed all the way up in the stands for a strike.
It's M-E-Z-A.
So Trey Mesa stepping in there trying to stem the flow here, and what a sad turn of events it would be for the young man Adam Belloc. Breezing along, doing a fine job. This one swung on and missed for an 0-2 count now. Adam gave up only 1 hit during his 5 2/3 innings pitched. He came out in the 6th inning. No balls and 2 strikes, a couple of outs, and the runner on first is Kelch, who got on by way of a walk, and that was after Adam Belloc had hurt himself, took a couple of practice pitches, and then came back, and with the walk, that was the end for him. Just missed on the, oh, no, not missed, just caught that outside corner, and a called strikeout for the third out of the inning. But one run did come across, and after 6 full innings of play, it is the Aztecs 1 and the BNL Rockets coming to bat. The Rincon Financial Group is a Tucson organization that understands that individuals face unique challenges as they prepare for retirement. The Rincon Group is standing by to take the mystery out of preparing for today and tomorrow. What goal do you have? Retirement preparation, college savings, estate strategy? Well, whatever, the personalized services of the Rincon Financial Group is ready to focus on your needs, wants, and financial goals. Did he say? Levi White. Number 11 is the pitcher. The hitter is the scheduled hitter. Is 23 in the on-deck circle. We go to the top of the 7th inning with the Aztecs getting one across on a walk, a stolen base, and a wild pitch. Ryan Graybosch will be the hitter, and he will be facing Levi White on the mound for the Aztecs here as we go to the top of the 7th inning. First pitch outside corner for a called strike. Don't have numbers on Levi White. We've mentioned several times about the concerns with the statistics. Levi is another one of the 19 Pima Community College players, and he is also just a recent high school graduate. This one lifted off to the left side and goes about 3 rows out in the stands as Saul Escariga gets over there and takes a look at it. White is a 2019 graduate of Ironwood Ridge here in the greater Tucson area. And let's see, Pima Community College is the college that he is committed to. Outside corner, Andres Mendoza was kind of caught a little farther outside. He reached back to catch it, but he had set up so far outside. I think the home plate umpire, David Trinidad, thought that it was a ball. At the set and to the plate. Off-speed pitch, just reaches out and catches a bit of it, does Graybosch, and sends it into the stands on the left side. Preston Clifford, the extra hitter, is the scheduled on-deck hitter. And then again, we will emphasize the scheduled hitter, Logan Sanders. This is about the point in the game that managers begin to give extra at-bats for the bench players. One of the things that comes out of one of these leagues, a collegiate wood bat league, is that managers not only are hoping to win games, but they're also kind of obligated to make sure everybody has a fair number of at-bats. This one hit right back through. Reaching behind him is White. He picks it up and fires to first base, and they're going to say that he was safe, although the first baseman, Richard Ware, did a good job catching the ball offline and spinning and hitting the runner as he went by. But apparently Graybosch had already put his foot on the bag, and I believe that that is going to be scored as a base hit. The reason for it was that Levi White kind of threw his glove behind his back and knocked the ball down. So that is going to be the 7th hit given up here by Aztec pitchers in the ball game tonight. The next hitter is Preston Clifford. Clifford looks at the first pitch as a ball. Clifford got a double in the 2nd inning, a good hustling play on his part because he saw the outfielders were a little slow getting over to the right center field gap to grab it, and he took advantage of it. Then in the 4th inning, he struck out looking. Runner goes. Hit and run was on, and nice job by Clifford. Reaches over and just pops it into right field. A fine hit and run execution there. And the runner on first base goes all the way to third. And so runners on first and third on what was really an outstanding job by Clifford. He reached out. The ball was off the plate, and he just popped it into right field. Had he not been able to get the bat on the ball, there might have been an out at second. Logan Sanders is the hitter. He's the center fielder tonight. He's 0 for 2. He struck out in the 2nd inning, and in the 5th grounded out to the 3rd baseman. Down and away for a ball. Sanders has struggled in the main stadium here. 167 is his average. And we're going to have a little discussion going on to the new relief pitcher, Levi White, who has allowed 2 consecutive base hits. We are in the top of the 7th inning, and the Aztecs pushed across a run in the 6th, first run in the ball game. So now BNL trying to return the favor here in the top of the 7th. Well, discussion is over, and so Levi, a recent high school graduate, will remain on the mound for the Aztecs. He came in at the top of this inning, gave up a base hit, and actually 2 of them in a row, and has runners on first and third with nobody out and Logan Sanders stepping in. He'll be followed by Evan Falwell. Falwell over 300 here in the stadium this season. Nice play by the shortstop, Angel Ochoa. The ball slanting away from him, and he jumped out and got it. So the first out of the inning on a solid contact from the batter, but unfortunately you got to hit them where they ain't. And even though Ochoa was shaded over towards the second base bag trying to get a double play, he was able to come back to the other side and get the line out. So that'll bring up Evan Falwell, came into the ball game batting .304. This one hit through the hole and a run will score. So an RBI single by the first baseman, Evan Falwell. And that will send the runner Clifford to second base and bring down from third base Ryan Graybosch, and we're all tied up at 1 apiece. The shortstop, Wiltshire, will step in. He is 1 for 2, got a base hit in the 5th inning, got all the way around to third, but was unable to be pushed across. This one floated high behind the bag. The catcher over to get it, struggles with it, and just barely leans over and grabs it. First pitch swinging was Wiltshire, and he creates the second out of the inning. The scheduled hitter is Martin Rodriguez, the catcher. So Martin strolling up there. He has 2 base hits tonight. Was part of a out double play, but he was the first out in the double play. Then he got a base hit in the 5th inning, so he's 2 for 2 tonight with a runner on second. Both runners go. The ball gets away from the catcher, Mendoza, and he is back to the screen to get it, and both runners will move up. So a pass ball will put runners in scoring position at second and third. and a 1-ball count to the catcher, Martin Rodriguez. First base is open. The outfielders have closed in a little bit more shallow. Second pitch is a ball. Bustamante in center and Dunn in right, kind of squeezing in a little bit. Medium deep is Nicholas Aldrete in left field. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. A run across in the top of the 7th. This one fouled down the right field line and back into the stands. Martin came into the stadium tonight batting .400 batting average in the stadium. So now he has gone up by 2 more base hits. So he is 6 for 12 batting .500 at this point. This one a high hopper to the third baseman. Escariga does a fine job of climbing the ladder and getting the ball over to first base. And that will create the 3rd out of the inning. But not before we have it all tied up at 1-1 between BNL and the Aztecs. BNL is only a half game out of first place, and the team in first place is the Aztecs. You know, your Jimmy John's restaurant locations in and around the Tucson area know how much you care about freshness. That's why they spend hours in preparation every day just to make your sandwich in just a few brief seconds. Well, maybe a little bit longer. Anyway, you get the freshest breads, all natural meats, and hand-sliced veggies every time. Stop by a store, or you can order online if it's more convenient. Online ordering at jimmyjohns.com. Check the pitcher. Still white. .21 for BNL. Trey Mesa. Okay, fine. Okay. One is the hitter, 5 is next, and 9 is next. So we're all cool on that. Second baseman Michael Sias will step in there. He's the top of the order as the Aztecs took the lead in the bottom of the 6th, gave it up to a tie in the top of the 7th, and the first pitch to Sias is a called strike. He'll be followed by Richard Ware and then Angel Ochoa. Sias on the night 0 for 2, pitch right down Main Street, got a little out of sync with the off-speed pitch, and Michael is down 0-2. He struck out looking in the first inning and flew out to right field. Big swing, and it gets away from the catcher, but they'll make the play at first base for the out, and that will be the first strikeout for Trey Mesa. Mesa came in because of an injury to the starting pitcher, Adam Belloc. He got the out in the 6th inning, and now the first out here in the 7th inning. At bat will be Richard Ware. Richard got a base hit as the second batter in the ball game. Struck out looking in the 4th inning. Outside corner for a called strike. All tied up at 1-1. We were all tied up at 0-0 through 5.5. Mayorkas has gone in at first base. Pitches check that. I'm looking at the wrong place. Jorge Barocas, who came into the game as a pinch hitter, is now out on second base for the BNL Rockets. 2 strikes on Ware. High and away for a ball, 1-2. To the plate, check swing. Let's see. They say it's a strikeout on a check swing. So that is the second strikeout in a row here for Trey Mesa. Actually, the third strikeout in a row if you want to look at getting the called strikeout in the bottom of the sixth inning, then two strikeouts in a row here in the top of the seventh, and that will bring up Angel Ochoa. Ochoa doing a fine job at shortstop tonight. Hit into a double play in the first inning and grounded out to the shortstop in the fifth inning. He's up here in the bottom of the seventh. Second pitch to him is a called strike, so we'll go 1-1 strike. Moving everybody around here, try to catch the defensive changes as soon as we possibly can. Logan Sanders has moved over to shortstop now. Swung on and half-heartedly swung on, rung up as a strike. Not sure who's in center, and I don't want to hear a chorus of who's on first. I know that. 1-2 strikes. There's a nice hamburger eating place and sports bar in Barstow, California, called Who's on First. Don't ask me how I know, just accept it. High and away, 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, two outs. Bottom of the seventh. We are all tied up at one apiece. Off-speed pitch misses inside. We'll go 3-2. Only one hit so far for the Aztecs, but they pushed across a run on a walk, a stolen base, and there we go. No, they're saying that he did not swing, and so the ball was outside, and it's a walk. First walk given up by Mesa. Puts a runner on with a couple of outs, and Escarilla is up there. Sal is the third baseman tonight. He grounded out to the shortstop and struck out swinging in the fifth. See if the Aztecs put anything on here to try to get a runner in scoring position. This one lifted to right field on his horse is Mario Corrales, and the ball is gone. Just made it over the right field wall at about 375. It did not look like it had enough energy to get out. In fact, Morales was kind of cruising back there like he knew exactly where that ball was going to be. So a lightning strike here in the bottom of the seventh inning as the Aztecs and BNL all tight all the way down the line. That is only the second hit given up by Belloc and now Mesa. And the score goes to 3-1 with two outs here in the bottom of the seventh inning. The Aztecs are in the league lead by a half game, and whoever wins this one will put things together. Let's see, what do we got here now?
3 is up to bat.
Why is there a runner on first?
I thought it was a home run.
Whoa, I'm totally lost here.
Wait, we just had a home run.
I thought the ball went out of the ballpark, and I have to admit I am completely at a loss here as to why we have a runner on first
Who is it?
and a batter, number 3, up.
It's 20 on first, I believe.
Now we have no communication with anybody that could help us out here. The throw goes into center field.
It's 20. Chris
Chris Dunn.
No, is it Chris Dunn? The BNL Rockets is Logan Sanders. Logan Sanders. Is Logan Sanders. Is he up to bat?
The Aztecs are up to bat is Andres Mendoza. We've got the 3-1 up there. I don't understand why a runner was on first base unless he got hit on the very first pitch. The ball gets away from the catcher, the throw to first base. So we, in fact, did have a home run. I guess in ringing everything up, we lost track of the fact that the hitter, Dunn, had gotten on first base, and then Mendoza was the out there.
It was Sanders. No, these are the Aztecs.
Well, my profuse apologies to you. I'm going to assume that Dunn must have gotten hit by the first pitch, and that came up so swiftly I didn't even see it. Unfortunately, we do not have a direct line to the scorer here tonight. Normally, we have where we can check and see what went on. Anders Mendoza then struck out. That would be Mesa's fourth strikeout of the ball game, and that was the third out of the inning. However, two did come across, and after 7 full innings of play, it is the Aztecs by a score of 3-1 over the BNL Rockets. The Best Western Tucson International Airport Hotel and Suites features spacious guest rooms and 2-room suites with an upscale contemporary decor. Guest room amenities include complimentary internet, refrigerator, coffee maker, and in-room safe. Watch premium cable channels on a 42-inch flat-screen television. Many rooms have patio doors opening to a tranquil courtyard. A best place to stay, Best Western Tucson International Airport Hotel and Suites. Jerusalem. Is it a full moon tonight or what's going on? My goodness sakes. Okay, so we got the top of the 8th. The Aztecs are up in the field. Who's the pitcher? Is it still 11? 16 is the pitcher for the Aztecs, right? Okay, so Aztecs. Coming in to pitch for the Aztecs will be Michael Corrales, or Corral rather, Michael Corral. First pitch is to the right fielder for the BNL Rockets, Mario Corrales. It is a ball down low. Next pitch swung on and missed, and we'll go to a 1-1 count. Michael Corral, number 16 for the Aztecs, is a graduate just recently of Tucson High School, actually 2018. Next pitch is outside but swung on and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Corral goes to Pima Community College, and on a 1-2 pitch gives up a base hit to center field. So first off, the Aztecs scored 1 in the bottom of the 6th. BNL came back with 1 in the top of the 7th. Then the Aztecs scored 2 on a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 7th, and we are in the top of the 8th inning with a 3-1 count in favor of the Aztecs. The hitter is Jorge Bjorkas. Bjorkas came in the 6th inning as a pinch hitter and then went out to play in the outfield somewhere. There we go. He's at second base. Oh, my goodness. Who's on first? I don't know right at the moment. Bjorkas with a swinging strike foul looks at the second pitch down and away a ball, 1-1. We are in the top of the 8th inning. I'm not sure what planet I am on. A base hit has a runner on first. Nobody out here in the top of the eighth. This one lifted to center field, actually left center. Getting over to grab it is Alex Bustamante. And that is the first out of the top of the eighth inning. The scheduled hitter is Tyson Coleman. And in fact, it is he. He is 1 for 3 on the evening. He got a base hit as the second hitter in the ball game. Since that time, and the third flew out to right field and popped up to the third baseman back in the sixth inning. Reaches outside and just gets the end of the bat on the ball and sends it into the right field stands. Appreciate you continuing to be there through our trials and tribulations tonight. I don't think I've ever seen a position chart as messed up as I have messed it up tonight. Runner goes, pitch to second base, and he's got him. Nice play from the catcher Mendoza to the second baseman Sayas, and that is the second out of the inning. The pitch was a called strike, 0-2 now. Slider just catches that inside corner, a lookout strike. Third out of the inning. Nothing across here in the top of the eighth. So unless things change radically, BNL will have one more chance to get back in this thing as they are down after 7.5 innings of play by a score of 3-1. Firestone Complete Auto Care is your go-to tire shop in the greater Tucson area. Find the right tires online or in the store. There are 5 locations. Pick the one closest to you. 2400 block of North First, 3501 East Broadway, 290 West Wetmore Road, 4800 of East Sunrise, or 7950 East Speedway. Wherever you go for Firestone Complete Auto Care, you won't be disappointed. Okay, so I'm turning this over. Top of the eighth, nothing. 1 hit, so 9 hits. Okay, bottom of the eighth. So this is 0-1. Who's the pitcher? Mesa still? Number 21. Bustamante with the bat. Number 20. Oh, is it 23 or 33 coming up? Out for his second full inning of work will be Trey Mesa. This one wraps sharply to left center field, and it's got some legs on it. It might get all the way to the wall. Around first base, around second base, Bustamante going for third, and he will go in there standing up. So we have a pinch hitter for the Aztecs, John Dormanen, who in the stadium has a .333 batting average, and the infield is in. They need to cut off the run. They can't give up any more. They're down by a 3-1 count. And it will be a challenge to get 2. They don't want to have to get 3. To the plate. This one hit right through between first and second, and that will be an RBI single for John Dormanen, and an insurance run there for the Aztecs as they plate one here in the bottom of the 8th inning and go up by a score of 4-1. Alex Kelch is the hitter. He's the extra hitter tonight. He is 0 for 1, got a walk in the 6th inning, and flew out to center field in the third. A look back at first base, and to the plate, down low for a ball. Well, it is a shame that Adam Belloc, unless things change radically in the top of the ninth, throw to first gets him. So 1-3 out at first is going to be the first out of the inning. And that will keep the batter Kelch with a 1-0 count and nobody on now, but a triple and an RBI single have put it up to 4-1 in favor of the Aztecs. This one right down the line and past the third baseman Lopez. Didn't have a shot at it as the ball was well struck. It goes into the left field corner, and cruising into second base is Alex Kelch with a 1-out double and 1 run in here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Number 4 up to bat. Number 1 on deck.
Nicholas Alderete, the left fielder, is up there. Nicholas has had a tough night at the plate. He struck out looking twice, once in the 4th and once in the 6th. But there is a duck on the pond, as they say, which means a runner in scoring position at second base. And 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Alderete goes to Eastern New Mexico College, a 2017 graduate of Volcano Vista High School. Not sure where that's at. I think we had it written down somewhere, I thought. Didn't get transferred over. Oh, well. The mystery of Volcano Vista High School. I'm not sure I'd want to be going to a high school that has a view of a volcano. Swung on off the end of the bat and hit foul down the right side. No balls and 2 strikes to Nicholas Alderete.
It's in Albuquerque.
Well, our ACE research staff has come up with the fact that it is in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Down low for a ball, gets away from the catcher, and the runner will move up to third base. One ball and 2 strike count to Alderete. Infield is back, even though there's only 1 out. To the plate outside corner for a looking strikeout, 3rd in a row here for Alderete. So he is having a struggling night. Young baseball fan goes to the star of his baseball team and hands him a pencil and asks for an autograph. The doubleheader goes on, and the star winds up with no hits, strands runners in scoring position, and the team loses both ends of the doubleheader. When the kid sees the guy coming out of the clubhouse, he asks him if he has an eraser. 1 strike pitch to Michael Saez. Saez is 0 for 3 tonight, has been a strikeout victim twice, and now looks at a second pitch called strike. Michael flew out in the 4th inning. Very shallow in center field is Wiltshire, who moved over there from shortstop. There are 2 outs. Foul left side. Mario Corrales in right field, also fairly shallow, and in left field, Tyson Coleman probably back at about regulation. We have somebody warming up out in the Aztecs bullpen. We'll try to pick up a number there. No balls and 2 strikes to the Aztecs second baseman. Trey Mesa takes a long look in, comes to the plate, off-speed pitch misses inside. So Alex Bustamante, who was in center field, not exactly sure why he would be there rather than, well, the batter gets hit, runner will stay at third.
Because they're up to bat.
So the Aztecs have their center fielder Bustamante warming up in the bullpen, and he may be brought on to pitch the top of the 9th inning. That will bring up Richard Ware. Ware is 1 for 3 tonight, but the last 2 times at bat, he has struck out, looking in the 4th, swinging in the 7th. Got a base hit as the second batter in the ball game, but was one of a twin killing on an unassisted to shortstop to first base double play. First pitch swinging straight back to the backstop. 0-1. Runners on first and third, a couple of outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning with the Aztecs adding 1 more run, and they now lead it 4-1. Outside, Rodriguez did a fine job of keeping the ball in front of him. Count will even off at 1-1. At the set, a quick glance at first base. To the plate, big swing and nothing but air. 1-2. Out in the outer field, we've got the bottom of the 7th inning with the Cochise Stars giving up a couple of runs, but they still lead it 4-2 out there. Runner goes down low. They'll send the runner to second uncontested. And the count to our batter is 2-2. The Stars scored 4 in the 3rd and haven't plated anything since, and they're protecting a 4-2 lead. This one high and inside as Mesa has trouble finding the plate here, and the count goes to 3-2. Three-two, lifted foul to the right side, so we'll go to the 7th pitch of the at-bat. Have runners on scoring position. It's second and third. A triple led things off in the bottom of the 8th inning. Alex Bustamante, who's currently warming up in the bullpen while he sat down now. Outside and away for a walk, and that will load them up. That is the 3rd walk given up by Mesa. Actually, 2 walks and a hit batter. Actually, 2 hit batters, so 2 walks and 2 hit batters for Trey since coming in with 2 outs in the 6th inning. Delivers a ball here to Angel Ochoa, the shortstop for the Aztecs. He hit into a double play in the 1st inning. To the shortstop, a ground out in the 5th, and walked and came around to score on the home run. Another nice job by Martin Rodriguez to get out and stop that ball. 2-0, no place to put him. Bases are loaded. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning, and the Aztecs have scored 1, 4-1. After going 5 innings with no runs. Down low, Rodriguez once again keeping the ball squared up in front of him. And with a 3-0 count, a rather depleted BNL Rockets team has no one up in the bullpen and throwing. In jeopardy of having this thing really get away from them. That one goes all the way to the backstop, but it doesn't matter because it is a walk and a run batted in for Mr. Ochoa. Coming down from third will be Kelch, and it looks like we might have a little discussion at the mound about whether to keep this thing going or not.
There's nobody, I don't think, because there's two players out there, they're not going to.
So the runner is at third base is Seas. At second base will be Ware. And at first base, Ochoa, who just walked. And I would imagine that the manager for the BNL Rockets, Brian Huey, was out there just saying, hang in there, kid. We got nobody in back of you. Base is still loaded. And that brings up the third baseman, Sal Escariga. Sal is the one that hit the home run over the 375 sign. That happened in the seventh inning, and that got 2 runs in and shoved the Aztecs into the lead. This one hit high to center field. Drifting back is Wiltshire. Seems to have a bead on it, and in fact does grab it for a very high fly out to center field with the bases loaded, ending the inning. But 2 came across in the inning, and that puts the score up to 5-1 in favor of the Aztecs as we go to the top of the 9th inning. Firestone Complete Auto Care is your go-to tire store in the greater Tucson area. Find the right tires online or in the store. There are 5 locations. Pick the one closest to you. 7950 East Speedway, 4800 block of East Sunrise, 290 West Wetmore Road, 3501 East Broadway, or the 2400 block of North First. That is Firestone Complete Auto Care. Stop by. You won't be disappointed. Read that before. The Firestone one. Have you got line scores? Okay. What is it? Okay. So we're going to the top of the 9th. They got 2 here for 5. It is 5-1, is it not? Okay. We should have number 12 stepping in. Okay. On our way to the Last Chance Saloon here for the BNL Rockets. They're trailing at 5-1 to the Aztec Club. And looking at the line scores as we head to the top of the 9th, 1 run, 11 hits, and 1 error for the BNL Rockets as the first pitch to Jesus Lopez is a called strike. Rocking and coming to the plate. Slider inside corner for a called strike. Michael Corral still on the mound for the Aztecs. For the Aztecs, 5 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. They have been out-hit 11-5. Big swing and a strikeout. And that's going to be the first out of the top of the 9th inning and the first strikeout for Corral. Check that, second strikeout for him. So Grayball will step in. Came into the ball game batting .357. Has 1 for 3 tonight. Down low for a ball. We had nothing on the board through 5. Bottom of the 6th inning. 1 run across for the Aztecs as the starting pitcher for the Aztecs was finally gave one up there. Adam Belloc was sailing along and got hurt, and they brought him out of there. 1-1 count, 1 out. Swung on and fouled off to the left side, and that will be the second strike, 1-2. Anyway, the Aztecs got 1 in the bottom of the 6th inning. BNL countered with 1 in the top of the 7th, but in the bottom of the 7th inning, 2 runs came across for the Aztecs. They put 2 more across in the 8th, and that's how we got to this 5-1 count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, waved at and missed. Second strikeout in a row here. Third strikeout on the evening for Corral, and that will bring up Clifford. Preston Clifford has a couple of hits and 3 times at bat, so he is the last opportunity here to get something rolling for BNL. Big swing. In fact, I think I could feel the breeze up here. 0-1. Michael Corral is on the mound, rocks and fires. Slider catches the inside corner for a strike, and so the BNL crew is down to their last strike. Rocks and fires, just misses high and inside. 1-2. Top of the 8th inning, Cochise Stars holding on to a 4-2 lead over the Tucson champs. This one lifted foul. I don't know if you can hear that, but every now and then foul balls hit this aluminum shading that they have around the stadium here, and it sounds like a Chinese gong. 1-2. This one lifted to center field, actually right center. Getting a bead on it is the center fielder, Alex Bustamante, and that will call it a night. Well, it was a very finely pitched game for the BNL Rockets, as they had Adam Belloc go 6 2/3 innings, gave up no runs and only 1 hit, had 7 strikeouts and 2 walks, but then he came out injured, and coming into the game was Trey Mesa. And the unfortunate problem here for Belloc is that it in fact will be his loss, because it was a walk that brought the run around, and that was the run that stood up. And so that, well, they tied it up in the 7th inning, so he does get off the hook there. So my mistake. It is not Belloc with the loss. It will be Trey Mesa. All of that aside, we wind up here at the stadium and going to check on activities that will be coming up here. The games on tomorrow evening, Friday, will be Team Tucson against the Aztecs. So the Aztecs hold on to the top spot. They're now a game and a half in front. However, the Cochise Stars hang with them. And so the Aztecs will be 10-3 on the season. And if the Stars can hang in there, they will be 9-4. So they will remain a half game back. So Friday's schedule will be the Team Tucson here at the stadium against the Aztecs. In the south fields, we'll have the Tucson champs against the Rincon Knights. And the old Pueblo Kings will be taking on these BNL Rockets that had a fine pitching outing tonight, but just ran out of steam and came up on the short end of a 5-1 count. Well, that does it from Kino Veterans Memorial Stadium. The final line score here for the BNL Rockets, they had 1 run on 11 hits and 1 error, and to win it, the Aztecs had 5 runs on 5 hits and no errors. From Kino Veterans Memorial Stadium here in Tucson, Arizona, on behalf of Piper Ballou, this is Alan Scott saying good night.